The story I'm going to tell today shows why he never really smiled. You recognize him at first glance. Anger, coldness, hard stares. But no one asks this question. Why did Eminem never really seem happy? The story I'm going to tell today is not a rapper's rise to fame. This is the story of a child struggling to survive, screaming his rage at the world. And yes, this story involves mothers, drugs, murder fantasies, real deaths, and irreversible trauma. Part 1. A Life Lost. While still a child, Marshall Bruce Mathers, the third, aka Eminem, was abandoned as a baby. His father left the family when he was just 1 year old. He never came back. He was never there for any birthdays. He was never there for any graduations. He was never there for any achievements. But the real tragedy began with his mother. Debbie Mathers would become a name that would be brought to court many times over the years. According to Eminem, his mother made him suffer from prescription drug addiction for years, exposed him to drugs at a young age. There was constant chaos, shouting, and fighting at home. Home should have been a safe place for a child. For Eminem, home was a hell he had to escape. Part 2. Beating at school, silence at home. Eminem was constantly bullied as a child. He was weak. He was poor. He was white. He lived in one of Detroit's toughest black neighborhoods. One day, he was beaten so badly at school that he was in a coma for 9 days. His mother? She wasn't even by his side at the hospital. That day, something inside Eminem died, and anger was born in its place. Rap wasn't music to him. Rap was a survival reflex. Chapter 3. By the time fame came, it was already too late. The world knew him as Slim Shady, foul-mouthed, aggressive, shocking. But no one realized this. It wasn't a role. It was the voice of trauma. By the time fame came, Eminem was already broken. And fame didn't fix him. Quite the opposite. Overwork, touring, media pressure, constant judgment. Then drugs entered the picture. First painkillers, then heavier ones, then everything. Part 4. The near-death no one knew about. In 2007, Eminem was on the verge of dying from an overdose. This isn't a rumor. This is a fact. In his system, a mixture of methadone, Valium, Vicodin, Ambien. The doctors said if he had come in an hour later, he wouldn't be alive. At the time, he was one of the world's most famous rappers, but he was dying alone in his room. Chapter: The Greatest Trauma. Kim Scott. The most complicated name in Eminem's life. Kim Scott, childhood sweetheart. The great love, the biggest wound. Their relationship was filled with violent fights, breakups, reconciliations, court cases. In one song, he imagined killing her. The world thought it was art, but no one asked this question. Why would a person have such fantasies? The answer was simple. Because there was pain inside him he couldn't resolve. Chapter 6. He lost his friend in his arms. Eminem's closest friend, Proof. The only person who had known him since childhood. He was shot and killed at a nightclub in 2006. Eminem completely fell apart after that day. His drug use increased. He withdrew into himself. He didn't speak to anyone for months. Proof's death was the final blow for him. Chapter 7. Why isn't he smiling anymore? Today, Eminem is sober. Today, he's still on stage. Today, he's still successful. But pay attention. That smile is never real, because his childhood was stolen. His family was torn apart. His friends died. His love turned into trauma. Fame didn't save him. Some people never heal. They just get used to it. Eminem has always shown us this. Those who scream the loudest are the ones who suffer the most. The story I've told today shows why he never really smiles. And perhaps it leaves you with this question. Does success truly heal everything?